Yo, what's up guys? Teacher Paul up here, and today we're trying Bami Goreng from Indonesia. So last time we tried nasi goreng, which is fried rice. And now Bami Goreng, I'm guessing Bami means noodles. So we're gonna try it out. And guys, you ready for the reveal? Let's see what it looks like. Let's pull it up. Here it is. It's right in front of you. Lizzie, my dog, I think she wants some. She might be smelling. The aroma is really good. So here we go. Bami Goreng. As you can see, this is a taste of Indonesia. So this is supermarket bought from a supermarket called Lidl. And this is 800 grams, guys. Look at that. And this is what it looks like right over here. Let me give you a close-up of the food that we're about to try. Can you see that? So, Bami Goreng. A shout out to everyone watching from Indonesia. Terima kasih for watching. Halo semuanya, saya Teacher Paul. So, mantap, kopi mana kopi. And let's get right into it. This is a staple food from Indonesia. Let me try to... Okay. We're focused over here, as you can see. And something that is really interesting to me is that this recipe, even though it says it's inspired in Indonesia, it says right over here that it has Indonesian style fried noodles mixed with pork, egg, and leek. So you can see the amount of pork that is here in the form of ham. You can see the leek over here. I think there are some spring onions also, but look at that. Look at the pork over here. And obviously, look at the noodles. Look at that. Okay, those are the noodles. So it kind of looks like a thin tagliatelle. So interesting choice of noodles. It smells really good. The aroma is good. Look at the texture over here. So this is already looking better than the rice. And if you haven't seen my review of the nasi goreng, go check it out. I added some salt to this because as we saw in the last review, and I had forgotten, look at the size of that leek. Look at that. As I had mentioned before, here in the UK, every single food that you get in the supermarket, it comes with very little salt. And I think that's kind of a good thing, you know, if you're watching your salt intake, your sodium intake. But, you know, it is something that you have to consider that it will change the taste. So take this with a grain of salt because it will taste better. But I don't think this is authentic Bami Goreng. First of all, because of the pork. Second of all, because it's in the UK supermarket. And we're going to try it out. But as I said, I added some salt. And, you know, it's necessary for me because otherwise it would be tasteless. Okay? So let's try it out and I'll give you a rating. So let's pick it up. It's quite a big portion. I'm not going to eat all of it. You know, I'm trying to lose weight here, not gain weight. But okay, let's try it out. I'll show you guys the chunk that I'm going to put in my mouth. Let's go for it. Okay. The texture is already better than the rice. It tastes very buttery, very garlicky also. It feels like I'm eating aglio olio. It feels like I'm eating, you know, garlic noodles. I feel the leek. I feel the egg taste also. The ham, interesting. The ham isn't doing much for me. Let's try the ham. It tastes more like Spam, to be honest with you. It tastes like Spam. Before I take another bite, I actually want to read what this is and what it's supposed to be. So, Bami Goreng, or you can even say Mi Goreng, is a popular Indonesian stir-fried noodle dish, meaning fried noodles. featuring yellow noodles tossed with vegetables like cabbage, eggs. Egg is not a vegetable. And protein, chicken, shrimp, or beef. It doesn't mention anything of pork, especially because, Indonesia is mostly a Muslim country and they don't eat pork. So I'm baffled that they added pork to this dish. But okay. It comes with a savory, sweet and spicy sauce. See, I don't feel the spiciness to it. It doesn't really have much of a kick. Sweetness, I don't feel sweetness. I only feel the garlic. And it's often using sambal, which is chili paste, and kecap manis, which is sweet soy sauce. Also, in terms of the soy sauce, I don't feel the umami here at all. I don't feel any of the umami taste. So, and it doesn't even look like it has soy sauce. In fact, let's check the ingredients here. Oh my gosh, look at the amount of ingredients anyways. Look at that. So I'm not here to try to criticize this because it's actually very savory. It tastes it tastes good. I'll give you my thoughts afterwards. But I don't think it mentions anything of soy sauce over here. It does have a lot of things though. And here are the health guidelines over here. As you can see, it has 2 green, 2 red, and 1 white, which means that this has 687 calories. It has 46% of your daily fat intake. That's 31.8 grams of fat. That's what I feel the oiliness. It has 4.8 grams of saturated fat, which is 24%, which is green still. It's in the green. It has 5.6%, it has 6% of sugar, which is 5.6 grams. And it has 4.10 grams of salt, which is 69%. That is really, really salty. And I added more salt to it because it doesn't taste like salt. I don't know what they are doing here, but okay. Let's take another bite before we continue. As I said, this is very savory. And it does taste good. I'm not trying to criticize it. I'm just trying to understand the whole idea behind this. So let's go in for a second bite and let's try out Bami Goreng and see. This is I would say the British version of it. As I said, guys, it has pork, ham, noodles, leek, eggs, and yeah, I think that's it. I think the nasi goreng that I tried had some other stuff. I think it had shallots too. Okay. So you guys ready for it? Sorry. Sorry, I'm trying to record a second video over here. Sorry, that's why I'm stalling here. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Sorry. I'm trying to record this live. Okay, let's go. Sorry about that. Here we go. Bami Goreng, the British version. So let's go in for a second bite. Okay, now we're talking. Let me show you it. First, let's go into that bite. Let's go for a third bite. I really want to taste that. Let's try it with the egg here. I'm struggling with this. Okay. My final verdict is I think it's not authentic enough for me to give a proper rating. So I give my ratings based on if I would buy it again. And I think nasi goreng was a 72% chance that I would buy it again, which is pretty high. I would say this one is a 75%. I prefer it over the nasi goreng because it has more texture to it. The nasi goreng one didn't really have a good texture. It felt like I was eating, I don't know, just plain rice. But this has more texture. I think the butter mixes well with the noodles, and but I must say it feels like I'm just eating a I feel like I'm just eating a normal noodles with garlic. Oil, like garlic and oil, you know, ali olio. That's what I feel like I'm eating, with a little bit of a oniony feel. But I would eat it again. I would. It's really good. But I don't feel like it's authentic, you know. Sorry. That's a big bite. Okay. That's my review. 7.5. That's a 75% that I would buy this again. But I think there are other options that are a little bit better. But it tastes good. It's good. That's why it gets a 75%. I would still eat it again. And I think it's a hefty meal. This was actually, I think, £3 for almost a kilogram of food, which is pretty good. It's a good deal. But I just don't feel the flavors of Indonesia here. Thank you guys for watching. Terima kasih. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm still getting used to this whole setup, so sorry if we messed up a little bit here during our live recording, and I'll see you on the next one. Let me know what I should try next, whether it's from your country or, you know, anything you really like. If it's from a different country, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and what should I try next. Remember, this is my culture channel, so you're gonna see food, culture, traditions, everything here on the channel. So subscribe so you won't miss it. Okay, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care for now. Bye bye.